Hey guys, Winner Kills here, and welcome to a brand new week, and of course, a brand new set of feature matches for my locals this past weekend. Here we are in round one. We've got Cyber Dragon on the left versus Tri-brigade on the right. Same Cyber Dragon player that got first place the previous weekend. And as they are getting ready to decide who goes first or second via die roll, let's take a look at the poll to see who you guys thought was going to win. And surprisingly, this one was pretty close. As I'm editing this, 152 votes, 53% for Tri-brigade, and 47% for Cyber Dragon, again, last week's winner. So die roll underway, a 9 for Cyber Dragon, and a 6, it looks like, for Tri-brigade. And I believe the Cyber Dragon deck does like to go second, actually. So the die roll is not really going to matter too much here for our Tri-brigade player, who would probably prefer to go first in this particular matchup anyways, and just kind of go first regardless. Because, you know, Revolt with Appaloosa and Hand Traps is really, really solid. And yeah, just a really good deck, especially all the follow-up that it gets as well. And my friend Colin on the right here, very, very good with the Tri-brigade deck. So you guys are in for a treat. And, of course, my friend Fergus, very good with the Cyber Dragon deck as well. So hope you guys are going to enjoy this match. So Tri-brigade getting started with the normal summon of Kit, linking it into none other than Almirage, just to get it to the graveyard real quick. That will trigger its effect to go ahead and dump Nerval. Nerval going to go ahead and add the Karass, the key extender here. Or you could have something like Barrage, but I think he is playing a cat build at the moment. I know he's been very back and forth as whether or not he wants to play the Tri-brigade, or not the Tri-brigade, the Zodiac version, or if he wants to play the Rescue Cat version, because there are ups and downs to both. But, you know, they're both pretty good at the end of the day. And it looks like our Cyber Dragon player has Ash Imperm Core and a Prosperity in hand, so they didn't open so bad either. They've got plenty of going second cards. And we're going to go ahead and see him use Karass, pitching Nerval. And at this point, Nerval's been exhausted. So is the normal summon. I would say this opening isn't the greatest. But looks like we're going to see an Imperm on the Karass, which is really, really good. And he hasn't used Ash at any point. You know, arguably he could have used Ash on the Nerval, but he didn't have to, and that, of course, is also going to play around Triple Tactics Talent, which we know is a really, really strong card this format and is widely played. So, Plan B, linking into Cyframe Lord Lambda, which is a really good card that pairs well with the cat build, because he's already on Gamma, obviously. And, you know, you have Fractal in the deck. Pitch Fractal from hand right away with the Ash. That's a free Gamma. If you normal cat, send it off for cost of the Ash. That's a cat, or that's a free Gamma right there into a Mega. So if you're already on the Gamma and you got some extra deck space, might as well play the Lambda. Makes total sense there. He is going to set one. And is he good enough to have opened the Revolt? I think the deck is on 3 copies of Revolt, so it's not such a huge shocker if he has it. Usually any set card from Tri-brigade is going to be a Revolt, Imperm maybe, or Imperial Order, since the deck plays maybe, you know, the 3 tanky, and not much else for spells, honestly. Maybe Called by the Grave, maybe Barrage, you know, just not a whole lot of spells. So the main decked order works very, very well. So we're going to see him normal summon Cyber Dragon Core, and that is going to add Cybernetic Overflow. One of the reasons why the Cyber Dragon deck can go first very, very easily is ending on the Infinity, plus the Overflow and Dragoon. So really, really solid. But it can also go second, of course. You know, Anaconda can be used to go second into a Rampage Dragon, which can put on a lot of damage. You know, have Machine Dupe gaming a lot of advantage. And, of course, Contact Fusioning is really, really strong when going second as well. Especially, you know, it depends on what the match. If you're playing against Striker, which we do have a fair amount of Striker every now and then at our locals, in the mirror match, right? The Contact Fusion is very strong, as we're seeing here. So, sending off Core and the Lambda for Mega Fleet. And what's interesting here is that, you know, getting rid of the Lambda or leaving the Lambda, the Gamma is still live regardless, but it doesn't look like Lambda is live, or it doesn't look like he has Gamma at this point, because I think we probably would have seen him Gamma, or maybe not. Maybe he's bold enough to hold it for the Nova, but he doesn't need to. He's got Revolt. That's going to summon out Kit, Nerval, and Karass. 2 from the Banish, 2 from the Grave, linking for 4 for none other than Shurig. And we're probably going to see Kit Nerval Shurig, and he is going to probably banish the Nova here, which makes the most sense, because Nova actually only gets its effects if it is destroyed and hits the grave in your possession. So, or I think if it just hits the grave while it's in your possession, because you can trigger it off of like Dogmatica Maximus. So the banishment here is really huge, not to mention non-targeting as well. So that's not going to trigger Nova. He's going to lose a big extender there, which have turned into an Omni Negate in just a moment if he would have left it on the board by going for the Infinity. And it looks like we're actually going to see just Nerval here. I don't think he used Kit. Probably doesn't need to, actually, knowing that his graveyard is loaded up with plenty of targets at this point as is. And, of course, if the Shurig leaves, he does get a search off of that if any Tri-brigade. I believe any Tri-brigade card or any Tri-brigade monster. But now we're going to see Pot of Prosperity to follow up here to help him push. At this point, I feel like maybe you're trying to dig for a way to get to Anaconda for Dragoon. I think that's probably your best bet. Normal Summon is exhausted. The Machine Dupe has been exhausted. Your Nova play exhausted as well. So I feel like maybe you'd want to dig for 6 here. But looks like he's only going to dig for 3, revealing 2 Ash and a Machine Dupe. That's got to be kind of rough. And we know he still has an Ash in hand. But the Machine Dupe isn't helping much either, because, again, the Normal Summon's been exhausted. He's got Overflow, Dark Ruler, Ash. So his hand is not that great. So, I mean, is there a reason not to banish 6? I mean, I guess if he doesn't have a card to discard for Galaxy Soldier anyway, so I guess there's no reason to dig for Soldier. Yeah, the Revolt was very, very well timed, hitting the Nova, especially since he didn't have to worry about it hitting the grave to trigger its effect. Probably a summon like Rampage Dragon. I don't think most Cyber Dragon builds are on Cyber End. I don't think they're on Cyber Twin either. Some may play a Mechaba just because it is a machine fusion. I think Rampage is the most common, but at this point, like, well, no, Rampage might have made a difference here, so, but I mean, Shurig is just really good because it banishes, so this is a really easy matchup here. He does take the Ash, and he has 2 Ash in hand, Dark Ruler to set, Overflow, and that's going to do it for his turn. Tri-brigade is starting with the Normal Summon of Kit, which may use to link here by banishing from grave. Options would be Farragut, Bearbrum, and what's nice about having the Shurig already on the field is that's going to proc Shurig to non-target banish, which could actually make his Revolt, or his Overflow rather, not as strong, because he can banish a Cyber Dragon. I believe, I think Shurig can banish from grave. I could be wrong. But it looks like he's going to summon Farragut. Farragut is going to trigger Shurig. And it looks like in response to the Shurig, we are going to see Cybernetic Overflow, which is not a surprise. And we're going to see a DD Crow activate in response as well, which DD Crow is great because he does have to banish Cyber Dragons from field or grave. So he's going to go ahead and banish a core from the grave with a Crow, making it so he'd only be able to pop 2 maximum if he wanted to. But it looks like he's only going to banish 1 Cyber Dragon here for the Overflow. And he's going to pop the Shurig, which makes sense. I mean, popping anything at this point is going to give you, you know, basically a card back. If he pops the Kit, he can send. If he pops the Farragut, he can draw. If he pops the Shurig, he can add. But he does have the Ash for the Shurig. But what he does have now is a normal summon. Or not a normal summon, a special summon off of Farragut of Karass. And that's just a really, really strong follow-up. Farragut's not only great for the hand filter, but, you know, for the extension on board that it offers, bringing out a card like Karass, which could allow him to extend even further by banishing more cards. Revealing the graveyard there, just making sure he doesn't have too much of a follow-up. The core is banished, which would have been a follow-up. So, yeah. Really, just like really good counterplay here to that Overflow, making sure he doesn't get blown out completely by it. And again, like, Overflow is just not that strong here because, again, if he decided to pop 2, right, he's just going to get more advantage back. But then again, I don't know why he didn't just go all out and banish 2. Because, you know, after the Crow, he would have been able to banish 2, unless I'm missing something about Overflow. Banish Cyber Dragon or Cyber Dragons with different levels. Oh, it has to be from different levels. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know somebody's probably already going to leave a comment, even though I already corrected myself. But yeah, so clearing the core made it so he was only going to be able to pop 1 regardless. So that's a very, very clutch DD Crow. And then, of course, the Mega Fleet getting banished off of the Omen is really strong. So we're going to see Karass summon out Rugal, and debating on what he wants to link with here first, but he did get in a little bit of damage, dropping his opponent down to 2,200. And we're going to see a link 4, or we could see a link 3. See what he's going to go for here. He's going to go for another Shurig. He's going to go Chainlink 1 Nerval, or Chainlink 1 Kit, Chainlink 2 Blossom. So he's going to go ahead and draw off the Blossom, put 1 to the bottom of the deck, and it doesn't matter because it's just going to get shuffled back into the deck, and he's going to go ahead and send 1 off of Kit. Of course, it's going to be Nerval, and we'll see what he's going to add here for a follow-up. Probably could go for Fractal, since Fractal gets pretty much anything alongside loading up the grave. Looks like that's what he's going to go ahead and grab. So, I mean, at this point, he has to know his opponent has an Ash in hand. Or no, he doesn't know he has an Ash. We know that he has Ash Dark Ruler, and that he has to have a very, very good top deck right now, because he draws Dark Magician. Ouch. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have any interruptions there. Like, if he would have drawn really, really good, maybe he could have done something, but, like, I don't know what one card he was going to draw other than Red Eyes Fusion to make a difference. So we're into game 2. I want to mention a huge shout out to Imperium Duelist, providers of some amazing TCG accessories. Check them out at the link below. And you guys can use my discount code WinnerKills10 off at checkout to save 10% off your entire order and support the channel in the process. Same can be said by using my affiliate link to TCG Player down in the description below of all my videos. If you guys shop and check out using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase goes right back in the channel, and believe me, it helps out a ton. So, in game 2 here, interestingly enough, Cyber Dragon making Tri-brigade go first, which is something I really wasn't expecting. You'd think maybe you'd want to go first here if you were Cyber Dragon. But then again, I don't know, maybe let them make their board and then take advantage again of the Contact Fusion. Take advantage of running into Revolt Appaloosa. I don't know. I feel like if I was the Cyber Dragon player, maybe I would have gone first here. But then again, the side deck has come into play, so he probably has more side deck cards available. Maybe Red Reboot, Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclone. So that may be just giving him more of an advantage here as we head into game 2. I think we see Prosperity in the opening hand for our Cyber Dragon player. Tanky getting things started here. Looks like Fractal, Nerval, Kit, normal Kit. And now banishing 2 for Kit. See what he's going to summon here. Options would be either Bearbrum or Farragut. He's also probably being conscious enough right now to play around Nibiru, because Nibiru is pretty solid against the Tri-brigade deck. So not wanting to go all out, probably into a Farragut and then into another summon if he doesn't have to, and then linking those into a Bearbrum, and then linking Bearbrum, Farragut, and Appaloosa, because that may just walk into a Nibiru. But what do I know? He's going to go for Farragut here. Because, I mean, yeah, if he goes normal, Specs Farragut, that's 2 summons. And then he could summon 1 off of the Farragut, that's 3. Link for Bearbrum, 4. 5 Appaloosa. So, yeah, I guess either way it doesn't matter. He could get to Appaloosa by the 5th summon. Or he could just take less steps, go right to Rugal. Because I know also ending on Rugal is really, really strong as well, instead of Appaloosa. So we're going to see the Farragut summon 1. It's going to be Karass. He's going to link the Farragut and the Kit, probably into a Bearbrum or Rugal. And if we don't see him link into Bearbrum, it's probably an indicator that he already has Revolt. But it looks like we'll see him use the Kit and the Baron Blossom to go into Bearbrum. And now we're going to see him activate Chainlink. Chainlink 1 Kit, Chainlink 2... Or it looks like it's going to be Chainlink 2 Kit, Chainlink 1 Farragut. So now he's gone 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on 4 summons right now. 4 summons. So it looks like we're going to see him send Fractal off of the kit, and he's going to go ahead and draw and place one to the bottom. And we'll see what he does next. Nibiru's definitely got to be something you're trying to play around at this point. So Appaloosa's off the table, so he's probably going to go for Rugal here on the end board, which I know some people actually like prefer ending on. I guess it depends on the specific matchup, like, you know, whether you prefer ending on Appaloosa or a copy of Rugal. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly pull up Rugal here because I'm not 100% familiar with a lot of the Tri-brigade cards just yet. I know I probably should be, but Rugal basically says, during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, special summon a level 4 lower beast warrior or winged beast monster from your hand or graveyard, but its effects are negated. Also return to the hand during the end phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can make all monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack for each monster type you control until the end phase. So, it's just a quick effect extender. And with that being said, you know, you get like a Kit out. Kit gets Nerval. Nerval gets you another follow-up for next turn. So we're going to see him go into the Rugal here. I'm not sure why he didn't go into Appaloosa. I feel like he definitely could have. Granted, it would have only have been... okay, well, I see why he didn't go into the Appaloosa. That makes 100% sense. Like, it does and it doesn't, because Appaloosa plays around the Nibiru. But then again, like, do you care so much about the Nibiru? Because if he has it, he has it. And then he's just going to contact fusion away your Appaloosa for a Mega Fleet. So, yeah, I guess all things considered, it doesn't really matter. Might as well go for the Rugal because he can, if need to, get a body out off of it. And then that'll just give him more follow-up. So, Rugal, set 2. One of them we know is going to be Revolt. The other one could be Order, could be Imperm, could be possibly Judgment since we are in Game 2. Desires is banishing 6 here, or not Desires, Prosperity banishing 6, revealing Galaxy Soldier, Jizukiru, Red Reboot, another Prosperity, another Soldier, and an evenly matched. Really great cards here to reveal. Of course, you're going to take the Red Reboot into 2-set back row, knowing one of them is a Revolt at this point. And if you're the Cyber Dragon player right now, you're really just hoping that the other set card is not a Judgment. It's a very real possibility, but you're probably thinking, if it's not a Judgment, you pretty much win game. You pretty much just win the game here. You're stopping the Revolt, which is the biggest pain in the neck right now for you as the Tri-brigade player, as the Cyber Dragon player. We saw how effective it was Game 1, hitting the Nova, essentially stopping him in his tracks. But I guess it all comes down, is our Tri-brigade player cracked enough at the game to have the Judgment? I guess we'll find out momentarily. Normal summoning Core. Core effect. Could probably go ahead and add Overflow here. He's already used Emergency, so there's probably no reason to go ahead and grab Emergency. Could grab... Or no, he can only grab Cyber Spell Trap. So he could grab Repair Plant. He could grab Overflow, but I think Overflow probably makes the most sense. But I guess Repair Plant isn't out of the question, because I think he might have a Galaxy Soldier in hand, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if our Tri-brigade player has a response here to the summon and or effect of the Cyber Dragon Core. And of course he has, like, the knowledge is crazy now for our Tri-brigade player, knowing he has Red Reboot in hand. That's got to be really good to know. So he's going to add what looks to be Repair Plant. And I want to get another look at our Cyber Dragon player's hand, because I don't know if I caught it. So I might have been looking elsewhere on the screen when we got a glance at his hand to see if he has Galaxy Soldier in hand. Because if he has Galaxy Soldier in hand, adding the Repair Plant makes the most sense. Because he might be able to get hers off of that. It looks like he actually already has hers in hand. And Repair Plant, importantly enough, can get Galaxy Soldier. So we're going to see Revolt. Because if he allows him to get Core Engrave, that makes the Repair Plant live. There's the Red Reboot for the Revolt, and there's Solemn Judgment for the Red Reboot. Yeah, that might just put the final nail in the coffin here. He's going to go ahead and summon out, looks to be 4. But opting not to actually summon the other 2 from the Banish Zone, just bringing out Bearbrum for Ominous Omen. And now we're going to see our chain links here in the For our Tri-brigade player, looks like Nerval and Shurig and Bearbrum. Looks like Nerval 1, Bearbrum 2, Shurig 3. We're going to go ahead and see the core get banished. And we're going to see him add one off of Bearbrum. He's going to have to go ahead and stack one to the bottom of the deck. And then he's going to go ahead and get the foolish one off of the kit. Probably going to be Nerval. And we'll see him stacked at the bottom. And then it doesn't really matter here because he's just going to go back into the deck. Looks like our Cyber Dragon player has Repair Plant, Overflow, Hers, and one other card. It looks to be Machine Duplication. So, yeah. Banishing this core right at the beginning, really, really strong. Getting the read that if he lets the core get to the grave, he's going to get a really good follow-up in the form of Galaxy Soldier. And from there, things get a little out of hand. And looks like our Cyber Dragon player is just going to pass after that. And our Tri-brigade player starting with Kit, using its effect, going for Desperate Doom Eagle, and that's going to be game, revealing the hand there. So Tri-brigade taking that match 2-0. If you guys want to see more of my content, click on one of the videos popping up on the bottom of the screen right now. And as always, a huge shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members, and they are Cadillacs84, Pony Stark, and Keith Siggers. Thank you guys so much for your extremely generous support of this channel.